I do have a mission. We put this as number 8, but it's really number 1. It's, the reason that we come out and walk, it's more than a fundraiser. It's more than a fitness event. It's really coming out to support the mission of the Lupus Foundation and really championing a disease that has been largely overlooked. We really envision a life free of lupus, and we have 3 disease-specific goals: reducing the time to diagnosis, ensuring people with lupus have an arsenal of safe and effective treatments, and expanding direct services and increased access to treatment and care. This is why we walk. This is why all of you walk. This is why you have personal stories, why you give your time, why you volunteer, and why you give your money. So, this is a rallying cry. And when we look at the Lupus Foundation, you're part of a national movement. And actually, we have international reach, so we could say it's a global movement. There's more than 230 chapters, regional offices, and support groups. And I know there are a lot of people on the phone tonight that are at one of our local chapters. They're out in Georgia, or they're, in the Midwest. And, we all have this commonality of one goal, and that's to end lupus now. When you look at the reach of our website, 8.7 million annual visitors on lupus.org. That's really astounding. 43 million social media impressions. We look at $100 million generated and invested in lupus research and education. These are staggering numbers, and we're really leading the fight against lupus. We focus on 2 pillars, and they're equal in our minds: research and education. So when you look at our research program, we have a comprehensive approach. We really need to reach the people in power in the government to ensure that we have funding for a lupus cure. We work with the CDC. We work with the Department of Defense. We ensure that we have enough money to fund quality research. Then we look at research on a fast track for success. We want smarter research, faster progress. You look at some of the things that the Lupus Foundation has invested funds in. We look at cardiovascular disease in women with lupus, the disease in men versus women. We have an adult stem cell research program. These are exciting initiatives that we hope yield results for patients. And we remain the only lupus organization with a dedicated pediatric lupus research program. And this is really important. When you look at so many people who are diagnosed as children, the average age of diagnosis for lupus is between the ages of 15 and 44. So we really have to have a focus on research for our younger people living with the disease, and we need to fix what doesn't work well. We need to really look at the regulatory strategy. We're out there advocating for research every day as part of the Lupus Foundation of America's mission. And then, of course, there's education. If we don't reach the patients, the professionals, the public, and the policymakers, it doesn't really matter what else we do. And I'm going to give a plug here. We have some fabulous patient resources, but our health educator network is really it is an incredible resource. If anybody across this country has, a question about lupus or, has a question about financial assistance, you can contact our health educator through our website and through our 800 number, and you can get a real answer from a professional. We also reach out to medical professionals. We have the Lupus Science and Medicine Medical Journal. We have, an MSAC that really oversees all that we do and when we educate the public. And, of course, we're always trying to give the best resources to professionals so they know the latest in the science on the disease. And the public, again, we need to reduce the time to diagnosis. So, we have to reach the public. We need to make sure that people know the signs and symptoms of lupus and they rally around this disease. And policymakers, as we mentioned before, advocacy is really critical to our mission, and we need to educate them about what a lupus diagnosis means.